Over the years, Alphabet has been criticized for spending too much on Waymo, despite all the technical breakthroughs. But when you compare Alphabet's spending on Meta's Reality Labs and Apple's development of the Vision Pro, Alphabet's spending on Waymo pales in comparison. Over the last 4 years, Meta has spent over $49.8 billion developing the Metaverse, while Apple reportedly spent over $20 billion developing the Vision Pro. Alphabet, on the other hand, has spent an estimated $30 billion, including outside funding, developing Waymo, according to Wolfe Research. Bank of America estimates Alphabet spends $1.5 billion a year on Waymo. In Q2 2024, Meta spent $4.8 billion on Reality Labs, developing the Metaverse. Meta spends more in a quarter on Reality Labs than Apple does an entire year on Waymo. When you compare Meta's spending on Reality Labs and Apple's on the Vision Pro, Waymo looks like a bargain. The Apple Pro was met with a lot of hype that turned into a lot of returns. Apple has yet to sell 100,000 units in a quarter since its launch in the US in February, and it faces a 75% drop in domestic sales in the current quarter, according to market tracker IDC. The hype and excitement around the Vision Pro is all but evaporated. Back to the drawing board for Apple. While Apple heads back to the drawing board, Meta and Alphabet continue to invest. This quarter, Alphabet committed an additional $5 billion for the ongoing operations of Waymo. The additional increase in investment is warranted, as Waymo is now becoming a business. To date, Waymo has completed more than 2 million trips and driven more than 20 million fully autonomous miles on public roads. In San Francisco and Phoenix, Waymo is completing more than 50,000 paid rides a week. With an average fare of $15 per ride, Waymo would be generating $750,000 a week. Over the course of 12 months, Waymo's annual revenue from operations in San Francisco and Phoenix will be $39.1 million per year. If 25,000 rides per week occurred in both San Francisco and Phoenix at an average rate of $15 per ride, Waymo would be generating on average $1.6 million per city per month for a yearly average revenue per city of $19.5 million. While the greater Phoenix metropolitan region is where Waymo first began autonomous operations, we do not view that market as a growth market. We view it as a long-term test market that will provide positive cash flow in due time. Waymo's current growth markets have been publicly announced are San Francisco and Los Angeles. Between September 2019 and August 2020, 247.7 million TNC rides on average occurred in California. 64% of those rides took place in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego counties. In California, LA is the largest TNC market, accounting for over 114.9 million trips, followed by San Francisco at 38.52 million trips. If Waymo is able to successfully capture 10% of the LA TNC market, that's 9.575 million rides annually. LA becomes a $143.6 million a year revenue opportunity for the company. Factor in San Francisco at a 10% market share, Los Angeles and San Francisco combined become a $149.4 million a year revenue opportunity for Waymo. Waymo is on the road to generating billions of dollars in annual revenue as the company captures TNC market share. Sometimes you just have to invest and create new markets, whether it's autonomous vehicles or smart glasses that someone actually wants to use.